Have we met? What's up, gang? I'm Ryan.
I'm John.
And
I'm Kelso.
Kelso's over there.
all right.
The Shadow Man.
Yeah. I feel like it's been a hot minute since we've been
Yeah,
in here.
it's been like probably a month since we recorded one of these, and I mean, mainly I've just been a piece of shit. Like, that's not helped the process any, but we've been working like 60 hours a week at work, and I'm just so tired all the time, and
I understand that.
like I don't know, I haven't even been keeping up with like a whole lot of what's going on, honestly, because everything's just been so depressing online. I'm so tired of people on social media and all the overreacting and everything, and just for like my mental health's sake, like, had to take a bit of a step back off of everything. But
I understand that. Everybody needs that.
But there's danger in the world. We gotta know. We gotta keep up with it.
We got to keep up with it. We got to share everything.
Yeah, we gotta tell the people.
Yeah.
About the aliens and the pedophile politicians.
Yeah. So those of you who are just now tuning in, first off, welcome. We are Hello Earth. We are part of a larger group called Hello Carolina. We play fun 80s style music, fusion into other stuff.
That poppy shit. And I
Yeah.
rap sometimes.
Yeah, and we all have other side projects too. You can check those out.
Oh, speaking of that real quick, since you brought it up, August 30th, The Handoff, mine and Kelso's band. We're going to be playing a show in Wilkesboro, so if you're in the area, come out and see us. We won't buy you a beer, but we'll drink a beer with you probably. Maybe.
There might be wine, too.
Oh, yeah, I think it is like a wine...
It's that kind of
cellar.
party.
It's called Stardust Cellars in Wilkesboro.
Is there going to be cheese, maybe?
Perhaps.
I'm
I don't
out
know.
if there's not.
I was just being that it's in Wilkesboro, and like no shade to Wilkesboro, but I was expecting it to be like kind of a seedier venue than it is. But we saw pictures the other day, and it's like kind of hoity-toity, like kind of a fancy looking place.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what's going on up there.
Nice.
I've not spent a whole lot of time in Wilkesboro. I've avoided it kind of intentionally up to this point, but
Yeah.
hey, I'm down to party. It's fine. If they'll have us, then we'll go there.
Nice.
But yeah.
The only venue in Wilkesboro that I am familiar with is a place called Dooley's. We used to hit that
Dooley.
place. It was kind of like a pub bar.
Sure.
Pretty cool little, like, sort of not really hole in the wall, but kind of hole in the wall places. I mean, it was pretty cool downtown Wilkesboro. On that, I have a random thing to say about that. And I'm pretty sure this is true, but they undid a law maybe like 5 or 6 years ago. It was only that long ago.
Sure.
There was a law that downtown you couldn't spit on the sidewalks. And nobody enforced it, but it was like still in the bylaws.
Right.
And additionally, there was another one that you couldn't sing out of tune in downtown either.
Oh no.
So how do you determine like if it even is out of tune? But I guess it's just belligerently out of tune.
Yeah. Like you just can't be hollering out there, you know.
Yeah.
They'll come get you.
I'm assuming these are like 1800s laws that were.
Yeah. See, like I could almost see like the spitting thing, because like just in North Carolina in general, not just Wilkesboro, but you know, there's a lot of people chewing tobacco around these parts, and
Yeah.
if you're spitting all over the place, then that's a fucking mess.
Yeah.
That can be a real problem. It's not just like saliva.
Yeah.
Click, click, boom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And even you gotta imagine even more of a mess and more of a problem than where the horses taking shits and the muddy dirt roads. If film holds true to reality,
Right.
which I feel it does. I mean, even going to Love Valley, I stepped in horse shit. But
Well, I mean, that Love Valley is basically still in that time period that those movies are set in. Last I seen, anyway.
speaking of that, I have one more random tangent before we actually talk about what we came here for. It's kind of funny. and maybe it's a rabbit hole, and y'all are going to get pissed when I get done telling you about it. But
Just, God damn it, Conrad.
so driving down the road, I literally, thinking about this, I missed the road and drove past my house thinking about it. Mm-hmm. If you look at every house going down the road in your typical suburban rural area, every home has shutters.
Sure.
Almost every single one. But if you look at them, they're about 8 inches to a foot wide on either side, and they're stuck. They're not functional shutters.
Right. They're just like vanity shutters, essentially. Yeah.
And you look at the price of the plastic ones, and I'm like, I'm going to look these up when I get home. I can make fully functional wooden ones that actually hinge and will close the doors.
Right.
And work cheaper than you can buy these plastic ones that you just
of course,
nail to the walls.
I mean, there's like so much stuff that is like that, just non-functional, like vanity things for houses and stuff anymore. And yeah, I don't know why people spend that kind of money on stuff like that. I mean, everybody just has curtains, and that's what you use to shut the light out.
Coming from a double wide, ours had those on it, and I'm pretty sure most double wides that you get anymore, any trailer
just
has
comes
those.
With those little stamped things there. He's just like stuck.
Yeah.
I mean, and my parents have them. We don't have any shutter just because we have rock around the front. But I mean, if I were to get them, I just get like some fully functional, like real ones that would lock in.
Right, like why
if a hurricane came through, you're ready, bro. You don't have to put up the the USB boards in front of your windows. Just lock it up like Fort Knox.
Yeah,
you don't have any broken windows. Like
protect yourself.
I mean, especially in the Outer Banks. But I think Ashley had mentioned they actually do have functional ones down there, but I have not seen them or I've not paid attention.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you have to down there, like towards the coast and stuff. That
yeah,
so much shit goes through there, and I mean, I don't know what shutters will actually like protect your windows from. Like, I mean, some light debris, I guess, from being picked up by the wind. But like around here, what you have to worry about are like whole ass trees.
Yeah,
and they ain't gonna
shutters aren't gonna protect you from that.
No.
Yeah,
there's no help.
I totally get it. But the reason that came up is we were talking about Western stuff, and I think, the last functional ones that I remember were seeing them were actually in the Western days having them.
Right.
So
yeah, it's like on the saloons and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a time to be alive.
Okay, so I have a topic, and then after that, I'm going to give you the sticks. But I saw something. I've been seeing it in my feed a lot lately, and I know it's because I love space. I'm into like this whole science space thing. And,
right, the stars, the cosmos.
Yep, the cosmos, beyond. So I keep seeing this, like, we have this special satellite. It's somewhere overseas in Europe, maybe, or maybe they have to have these special areas where they have these satellites.
Sure.
Or telescopes. Let me correct myself. So we have these special telescopes, and they are specifically in areas where it's always clear. It's super high elevation. There's not a lot of light pollution.
Yep.
So this one wasn't in the Hubble. Not Hubble. Was it Hubble? This is one of our telescopes. Yeah,
Hubble, and then there's like the James Webb.
The James Webb, right.
I think the Vatican has one somewhere that's actually called like the Lucifer or something like that. It's fucking weird. But
oh, man. Yeah, that's awesome. So this one is somewhere in the area that I wasn't familiar, but so I keep seeing this, like, it's like 4 lights, and then I was like, no, maybe that's not what I keep seeing. And then it keeps saying, we found something that doesn't look like anything else in the universe, and they have no fucking clue what it is. So I start digging a little bit, and they're calling it Punctum.
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 I mean, is this like an Ashton Kutcher production or something? Like
Punctum.
Right. Yeah.
No.
Is this a joke?
No. So the media is like, okay, so what's so weird about it? And I'm looking at images of it, and it looks just like your typical galaxy. Like if you're looking at a galaxy from afar, it's kind of almost like a hurricane in space, the way it looks, and I was like, it just looks like a galaxy. And I'm like, what's so special about this? So I start digging a little bit, like, what's punctum? And punctum is Greek for tiny, finite. I don't know why they came up with calling it that, but that's the derivative. That's what they're calling it.
It's a tiny galaxy.
Yeah. So apparently it's not little, though. Like, apparently it's like 1,000,000 light years wide.
In comparison, like, what's our galaxy like? Is that bigger than us? Or
I think we're in that realm.
Right.
Like it's huge. It's unfathomably huge. Is that a word? Unfathomably?
Unfathomably.
Unfathomably.
Yeah, there's a couple extra syllables in there. But you were close. Okay. You were close.
Okay, so punctum is what's strange about this. So you're not able to see it with the naked eye. So basically, when you're looking at this thing, the only way we can see it is with special lenses that can see in certain frequencies of light. And I think it was, don't quote me, I think it's about 100 times brighter than like a supernova.
What?
Yeah. So they have no idea like what kind of, and it's stable. And usually something that bright has I don't know.
Like flares coming off of their sun or something, like kind of fluctuating to some extent.
Fluctuating is I think the right word for this. It like in light intensity, but it's very, very stable. But nobody has seen anything like it, and no one has any clue what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And some people will speculate that it's some kind of. I've heard everything from this is a harnessed energy that is like used specifically, like people can harness this energy and use it to travel, and it's like alien type space station where you fuel up and but I mean that you have those, but then others are just we have no idea. It's like dark matter. It takes up like 90% of the outer it has energy and it pulls like gravity, but we can't see it and we can't measure it. So
yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like there's been a lot of these kind of out there theories coming from shit we're seeing in space here lately, and I think it's a hot topic. It can get clicks if you just say like, "Oh, this could be an alien power source that they're using to travel light years." And I mean, I'm kind of with you. Like, maybe that'd be cool, but like, I think I want that to be true more than I actually think that it is true. And I mean, yeah, I don't know about a fucking power source in another galaxy, but I mean, it's just, how far away is it? Like
11 million light years from us.
11 million light years. So I mean, it's inconsequential still. Unless they are using it to travel, but like. Also, like, if there's other things out there that are using it as a power source, then presumably they would be aware of us, too, because they're obviously so much more advanced, because we don't have anything like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that would either, depending on the angle you wanted to go with it, it would either credit or discredit the fact that there's aliens here already. I mean, if they have a power source that can help them travel like that, then they're around. You know, it's just what else can they do with this energy, I guess? Where is this energy coming from?
Yeah.
What is it exactly? What is this?
Astronomers don't know what it is yet, only that it is compact, has a surprisingly structured magnetic field, and at its heart is an object radiating intense amounts of energy.
I mean, I feel like this is probably just one step closer to some kind of like breakthrough with energy here. Mm-hmm. You know, we just have to figure out what it is, where it's, you know, powered from, you know, all this kind of shit. But at the same time, I mean, this kind of gets back into like old school conspiracy stuff with like Tesla and shit like that, where supposedly we've found these other energy sources that are being covered up because this would lead to like free energy and things of that nature, and the powers that be can't have that because they make so much fucking money off of our, you know, typical electrical grid.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I mean, if it is something like that, it's exciting that this kind of information is starting to come out, but I mean, like I said, it's kind of inconsequential with how far away it is, because if we just got a telescope that was good enough to see it, I mean, what does that mean for our ability to learn more about it and like interact with it in any kind of way? Like, I don't know what that would take exactly.
Yeah. I mean, if anything we would take from it, from what I have read and reading now, it's like on the far end of the spectrum of radiation emission. It
So
sounds like something you would get even remotely close to, and you would just
melt your face off.
yeah, melt your face off.
Yeah. I mean, who knows though?
So-
I don't know.
And maybe if anything that we pull from this, it could help us understand how fucking violent space is, or how it can be, and how like right outside of our bubble of Earth.
Right.
I mean, just outside of this, outside of our ozone, out like I don't know how many miles up, just to get out of the atmosphere. Without a spacesuit, I mean, you've got like, what is it, 7 seconds to live? I mean, it's just...
Right, well, I mean, what's the one thing? This is a part of the whole, like, moon landing was fake conspiracy, but, or, I mean, it's not a part of that. It's actual science, but it's like the radiation belts or whatever outside of our atmosphere, it's like the Van Allen radiation belt, something to that effect. And that's what a lot of conspiracy theorists will point to and be like, we can't even get through that. I don't know what truth there is to that, but apparently there's a lot of back and forth about our ability to traverse past just that, and that's like right outside of our atmosphere.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously we can, because I mean we've gone to space. I do believe that we've gone to space, to be clear. But you know, it is something that apparently does give us a lot of trouble, and I don't know, like, who's to say what the fuck's out there? I mean, we're just now getting the ability with all these telescopes, like the James Webb. I think they started using that thing like 2016 or something like that. And ever since then, they've found all sorts of shit out there. And I mean, I haven't seen anything like this. Like, most of it's just like, look at this planet. It looks kind of green. Is that water on it? I don't know. But, you know, this is a little bit more interesting, I think, just given that it's like just to be brighter than a supernova. That, I mean, is it just like melting the planets around it? Like, is this like supposedly radiating off of like a sun or something like that? Is it just a big ass sun?
We don't know. And if anything, like, I think it's interesting to see when James Webb gets a shot of this, because they haven't done anything yet with it.
Gotcha.
And then I would be interested to know in a year, 2 years, 3 years, if this just becomes, you know,
like everything else.
Everything else,
like, well,
or
I guess that's out there.
If we really kicked off something that's becoming a big thing.
Well, I mean, I do feel like at some point, if, you know, assuming that there is life out there and everything, like, I do wonder if at some point we're just gonna like find something kind of definitively. And then it's like, oh, the jig is up, guys. And then whoever's on the other end of what we're looking at, it's like, well, I guess they found us. I guess we should go interact now, or whatever like that.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, are we going to find like a planet of the apes first or something like that, where it's still like pre-human Earth and shit like that? I mean, I don't know. I like to think that eventually we're just going to be so aware of the universe around us that we'll have a little bit better idea about aliens, but at the same time, I guess so much alien lore would lead you to believe that they're more advanced than us, and then you get into like, well, they can probably hide themselves, and like, I don't know. I want to see the aliens. That's all I care about.
I honestly, like, I don't even know if I've ever mentioned this before, but I honestly think if an alien would literally make it this far, they're going to be super intrigued, like we would be.
Right.
I don't think any of us are going to like be so advanced and so beyond technology that we have decided, hey, let's go find human life, and then when we find it, we're going to destroy it,
right,
and kill everyone there.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be
that's
like
what Hollywood sells us, you
right,
know. But
Mars attacks, like that's what they want to. Not that they want you to believe that, but that's the entertaining aspect for movies purposes. But yeah, I don't know. I know, like, a few years back, Neil deGrasse Tyson, he had made the comment that he just doesn't think that extraterrestrial life would be interested in us. And it's like, I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends. I could see that maybe if there's just so much extraterrestrial life out there that we're just another blip on the radar, at that point. Yeah, maybe they're not so interested in us because, I mean, as advanced as we are as a society, we're still very messy. We're not making the best decisions around this place. So,
No.
I mean, I think that probably would act as a deterrent for any supposed, like, super advanced civilization that comes across us. It's like, do they get close to us, see what's going on, and they're just like, ooh, yikes.
Yeah, and
I don't know about that rock.
There's even rumors that there's been more activity now because we all have keys to like nuclear stuff, and they're trying to save us from ourselves, and that's a whole other can of worms.
No, I like that theory a lot because I mean that goes back to I think Jared might have brought this up when he was here with us a few episodes back, but we first started seeing all these UFO crashes or sightings in general around World War II, and that was generally right when we started developing the nuclear weapons and stuff along those lines. And I think that's interesting. I think it's a little too hopeful though. Like I don't know. I feel like unless they have more invested here than we're aware of, like, I mean, they're just going to let us blow ourselves up. Like, what's it to them?
Yeah.
I mean, because if we blow up the planet, then I guess that could cause problems for, the rest of the galaxy potentially, because we're just a big, cloud of debris at that point.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if it doesn't get to that point, then, I mean, we're just clearing off the Earth for them to do something with. Like, this is open real estate at that point, I would think. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of along these same lines, have you seen, I think it's like 3-Eye Atlas or something like that? Avi Loeb, he's a Harvard cosmologist or whatever the term is, but they've seen this thing in space. See if you can actually look this up, Kels. Try 3-Eye Atlas, and I think that'll probably get you there. But it's like this... what they say is an object from outside of our galaxy.
I saw this.
Maybe even outside of our universe. What? I can't remember, but either way, like it's passing through and it's like behind the sun, so we can't really see it. But Avi Loeb, this guy from Harvard, says that the way that it's traveling is so peculiar and it seems a little too intelligent in its pathways and stuff. So I guess what he's saying is like this could be some kind of mothership that's traveling through the galaxy and is potentially sending like these little... I don't know what the evidence for any of this is, so ride with me, people. But like supposedly it's like sending these spy drones to Earth to like check us out before it gets here, and I don't know. It's interesting, especially just coming from someone at Harvard.
137,000 miles an hour is how fast it's traveling.
Yeah, and I mean there's a lot of debate like it. Is it actually just a comet? Is it an asteroid? Because, like, depending on which one of those it is, I can't remember the distinction between the two, but if it was a comet, it makes it much more suspicious, I think, because comets aren't supposed to be that way. But if it turns out that it's an asteroid, like, it could make a little more sense from what I understand with my big dumb brain. So, like, but it's interesting. But Avi Loeb, he apparently also has kind of done shit like this before. There was, I think back in 2017, another interstellar object flying through, and it was like called the Oumuamua or something like that.
See, I've heard about that too.
Yeah, and I think he did basically the same thing where he thought it was aliens and had like some kind of intelligent design to it. But whether it did or not, it just kept scooting. And I mean, maybe like I said, maybe it got close and was like, ee. Yeah. And just kept going. But I mean, I don't know. It's interesting to me because this has caught on social media, at least. I don't know what the everyday person thinks about this, or if they know about it, or how the mainstream media spread has been on this topic.
It says up here, go back up just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It says right there, Sunday, October 29th is going to reach the closest point to the sun. 2 days before Halloween, y'all, we're going to have a party.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm into it.
It will reach Earth by Christmas. I'm sorry. It could reach Earth by Christmas.
Mr. Loeb wants to send it a message saying,
Hello, welcome to our neighborhood.
Yeah.
Peace.
Yeah, but like, how do you know, like, what language you gonna send it in? Like,
They are not going to know English.
right? Like, I mean, maybe just send a little capsule with like all the languages and hope that they just heard something like that before. I don't know.
You know, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but trying to remember the name of it. I'm showing my terrible recollection of memory, but we've sent a satellite out, or it's basically a satellite, and it has a record, and it's got every human language in it.
Right.
It's recordings of animals and babies talking, child talking, adult talking.
Yeah.
I think even like some Led Zeppelins on there and stuff. I mean, it's just like everything under the sun. They just crammed it in this golden disc, and it's just playing on loop. And I think it's that object is the furthest thing away from Earth.
I hope it's just, if it's Led Zeppelin that's playing, I hope it's like just the ad libs off of what is it, Whole Lot of Love, where he's just
and the aliens are just thinking, oh, okay, so they just record having sex during their music sessions.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the 70s, baby.
But what's crazy to think about is they sent that out, and I don't know, I don't know the exact year, but we know 60s, 70s, somewhere around there.
Right.
And it's still, they're claiming that it's not even quite out of our solar system yet. And it's traveling thousands and thousands of miles an hour.
So did it get passed by the Tesla that we shot into space yet, I wonder?
Oh, it's way further out than that Tesla.
Well, I mean, I would assume we'd have better propulsion technology, or I guess like it's all just floating, right? Like, is that the idea? It's probably not actually like shooting itself.
Yeah.
Like,
so like without gravity, you can have boosts, and it'll get to a certain speed. And if you boost to that speed, unless there's gravity or something to pull that down, it's never going to get any faster than the fastest speed that it reached from that boost.
Right.
But they have this thing where they like slingshot things and use planet's gravity to speed up.
Right.
So they'll
I've heard something about that.
Like it would go by Mars and catch its gravity, and it was shoot off and go faster, and then it'll catch another planet, and that's why it's going like thousands and thousands of miles an hour. But we can't even get out of our galaxy. We're like in the Kuiper Belt right now,
right?
Which is the outer part of our galaxy.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I think it's interesting with stuff like this 3-Eye Atlas thing. I mean, it says is it probably just a rock?
Probably.
Yeah, something like that. I would assume anyway.
It's the second coming.
Like, there's such a willingness to accept things like this now, because I mean, I think people are just so depressed and tired of shit. Like, they're just like waiting for aliens to get here at this point. Like, right. Somebody save us. And I mean, it's sad, I guess, but I mean, I'm kind of with them. Like, I'm just ready to believe any of this shit at this point, because it's just more fun than what's going on now. Like, I mean, it's a mess down here on the old third rock. I mean, that's all there is to it, I guess. But I don't know. We'll see. I guess as far as things that do make the world depressing, I guess fucking Trump and Putin met today up in Alaska, and they're trying to end the Ukraine war, which, I mean, that'll be great if that happens. Don't get me wrong. I'm just kind of skeptical about the optics of it all, and like fucking, I think Hillary Clinton, I don't know if this is true or not, but I saw it on Twitter today,
If
but,
it's on Twitter, it's true.
Hillary Clinton apparently is willing to back Trump for like a Nobel Peace Prize nomination, and it's just like, are you fucking kidding me?
What?
Yeah, if he can actually stop the Ukraine war, she says that she would be willing to help his nomination process, which, I mean, he got nominated by Benjamin Netanyahu like a month ago or something like that to get the Nobel Peace Prize, but
Surely she was like, yeah, if hell freezes over, you know what I mean? It's
yeah.
like,
Yeah, I think it says a lot about the level at which she believes this will happen, that
Yeah.
she would say something like that. But,
Yeah, sure, I'll do it.
yeah,
I
sure.
will nominate Donald Trump.
It's just after all that shit, like, if she bends the knee and nominates him for a Nobel Peace Prize, it's just. But I mean, that being said, like, whether it's Hillary Clinton or Benjamin Netanyahu, it's like, for them to nominate you for a Nobel Peace Prize is like the fucking owner of Pornhub trying to put a chastity belt on somebody. Like, it's like, y'all have no right to do this. Like,
No.
like y'all are not the ones. And I mean, I don't know. I think there's a lot of horn tooting from the Trump administration right now, and I think like they're saying that they're going to reschedule weed, and they're like throwing people these bones and shit now, and I think it's all about like the Epstein files, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
and not that I think that there's ever going to be anything that comes out about that because of the powers that be, but
Hear me out. What if Trump gets nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize and then we award him, but he has to cancel when he accepts the award because he's got to go on trial for fondling 12-year-olds.
Yeah. I mean, that would do it. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's I am glad to see so much pushback to the lockdown of information regarding Epstein, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I just like don't see any pathways forward with it. And I know I've been wanting to talk about this for a little while now, because ever since we did the ratings podcast, I remember you had said you were pretty low on your scale of what Epstein was involved in. But you had told me earlier that you'd watched a documentary or
Yep.
something.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about that. What did you learn from this process in your journeys?
This man had serious problems.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like if he did any of this stuff, it's like how many times has this happened,
Right.
and how many
Yeah.
times was it documented? I mean, there's a lot of women that have come out and said, I mean, and then you have Ghislaine,
Yep. Ghislaine Maxwell.
yeah. So, and she's like basically the right hand woman to aid and abet all this stuff.
Right.
Sort of.
She was the pimp, sort of.
Yeah, I mean,
guess.
yeah, exactly. And to hear all these women, and at the time, girls that were like,
Yeah.
I think I heard as young as like 15, 14.
Yeah.
They just found, they did a really good job at recruiting women who are young girls who didn't have a lot of money, were pretty gullible,
Right.
and would do just about anything just to get by.
Yeah.
And they used that to their they used his money and power to basically give them broken promises.
Right.
They'll find
Right.
out what their dreams are. Oh, I want to be an artist. Well, hey, I know a guy
Yeah.
who is a millionaire or a billionaire who can get you into this prestige art school.
Yeah.
Let's send you to Italy. And I mean, hell yeah,
Right.
that sounds really nice, and then that's how it all starts.
Right.
And then you just get stuck in this, it starts off like as a massage, and then it becomes something else. And
Yeah.
it's very, very, very disturbing.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that's really controversial at this point is whether he hung himself or somebody just offed him.
See, like, I think the nature of his death, that's all very conspiratorial, and there's a lot of questions around that. But man, I don't know. I'm just to just to bring you to my level here, I guess, is I still fully believe that he was a part of various intelligence agencies that was using this whole operation as like a blackmail op, essentially. Get favors from whoever you can. And I mean, you see him get propped up all along his journey. You see crimes get swept under the rug by federal prosecutors and stuff of that nature. Like, when he starts out, like, the first... I'm not great on the details here, but I know generally what the idea was, but... he gets like a teaching job without any college education. Like, he gets put in these positions of power, not just like a regular teaching job. It's at like a university or something like that.
Apparently he was super charismatic. Like, he could talk, he could sell ice to an Eskimo.
Right. And I mean, from there, like, he becomes like this finance guy. So he has all, and like, his limit was like, if you are not investing or if you are not willing to let him manage up to like $1 billion, like, he won't even mess with you. So you go from being a fraud teacher to only dealing with billionaires, and it's just like, how do you the steps don't really add up to me. And
the confidence level that this man had to have had
to
go up and just say, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna own this in like 2 years.
Right. And I mean, it works is the thing. Like, he just gets the connections that he needs to make all of this happen. And like, I know like a big one was like Les Wexner. He was, I think, the main guy in like Victoria's Secret and several other like huge companies along his way. But like, he just gives him like a house in New York, and it's like one of the best houses in all of New York. Just like gives it to him. And it's just like, people don't just do that. Like, and I get that he's managing money for you, managing your assets or whatever, but like, none of this adds up. And then you add all that into like what happens back in 2005, where Epstein gets caught with, dozens of girls, apparently, like girls, teenagers. And all of that ends up getting swept under the rug. And I can't remember.
Yeah, he basically has bought out and owned all of like the Palm Beach police.
Exactly. So. And I mean, and I can't remember the guy's name, but it was, I want to say the federal prosecutor on that case had made comments saying essentially, and this was unverified, this was off the record, so maybe it's bullshit, but there was at least rumors that he talked about how he had to let Epstein go because he belonged to intelligence, I think was the quote. And I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. Seeing what those charges were and what they got knocked down to, because I mean, I think he did get busted on something back in 2005, but he was labeled a pedophile at that point, and was on the sex offenders list. So I mean, it's just so fucking messy. And then you have all of these high status people. You have, Donald Trump, he's a big one. You have Bill Clinton, you have Prince Andrew, you have Bill Gates, that's a part of all that. You have, I mean, I remember
what's crazy is Bill Clinton is on the record saying that he's never been there, but he's in the flight plan like 9 fucking times.
Yeah, like, clearly.
There's a guy that works there that on the radio towers that said, oh yeah, it's there. Bill Clinton was sitting right there on the front.
Yeah.
Man,
well, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's pictures with Bill Clinton and Epstein, like, in airports and stuff like that. And I mean, you never see anything.
It's not like the
past
man
that.
hasn't publicly lied to us before.
Right? Yeah, that's kind
I did not have sexual relations with that woman, okay?
Right. And like, dude, it seems like that was the least of Bill Clinton's worries. I mean, if all this shit's just been floating out there since then. Yeah. But it's just like with Epstein, I don't see how you get all of this access without some significant help. And like, that's where I kind of go back to like these intelligence agencies and them propping him up, putting him in position to be close to these people and give them what they want. I mean, it just doesn't. It doesn't make sense that he just did this all on his own, because I mean, he was, as far as his record shows, like, he was nothing before all this. Like, he had no business being in all of these positions or right next to these people in positions of power. And I mean, there's even like the prime minister, like another one. There's a shady ass picture. Kelso, can you look up? There's a former prime minister of Israel, like Ehud Barak, Ehud. Barack somehow.
Obama, Hussein.
Right, yeah.
It's a damn terrorist.
There's like a picture of him going into one of Epstein's houses back in like, I want to say 2012 or something like that. And like, dude, his face is like all covered up. Like he's wearing a fucking mask essentially to keep it from happening. Let's see. Bottom right down there, the Reddit one. Yeah, like that's him entering his house.
Oh my God.
Like 2016. Yeah, so I mean, like this is well after all these allegations have come out. He's fucking. I don't get it.
Sure, it
man.
wasn't
like,
in 2020 when COVID hit.
But no, it wasn't. But I mean, fuck. When did Jeffrey Epstein not kill himself? I mean, that was 2019, I think. Maybe 2020. But yeah, I mean, there's just shit like this all over the place with Epstein, and nobody wants to really dig into it. They'll act like they do. Like when Trump first got elected this second time, they have this whole press conference with all these social media influencers, and they give them their fucking binders that says the Epstein Files Part 1, and they walk out of the fucking White House with them and holding them up for the cameras and shit like that. But then, like, as soon as anybody starts kicking up any dirt, Trump's just like, no, it's a Democratic hoax.
Yeah.
And it's just the back and forth.
Even like the MAGA wants to know.
Dude, I mean, MAGA has been the group of people the most interested in this forever.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. There is a level of interest now from the left, I think, that mainly is being kicked up because it is Trump that's kind of in the crosshairs with it. And I mean, Trump definitely knew him. He had something to do with the guy. I personally, and like, people have always known Trump had some connection to him. And the thing that was the saving grace, I think, with Trump was he had kicked Jeffrey Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago, banned him from the premises and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. And that was like after those initial charges back in 2005. And like that was the one thing I think a lot of people held on to that was just like, okay, maybe Trump wasn't, fully enmeshed with the darker side of all this. And I mean, who fucking knows? Because like there's also reports saying that Mar-a-Lago may have been more or less like a place where Jeffrey Epstein would find some of these girls to take off to the island and do all this shit. And I mean, who knows? I think that was what happened to, I believe her name was Virginia Jeffrey. She was one of the victims of the whole ordeal, and she actually died semi-mysteriously like 6 months ago or something. And it's a wild circumstance, but I don't remember the details, and I don't really want to get into all that.
If you say one wrong thing, you'll get hung up by your toes.
Yeah.
By comments. But yeah, like I don't know. Like when I'm looking at this, I think that the longer that they prolong it, mm-hmm. the more it becomes muddier, and unclear. And I think that works in Trump's favor.
No,
I'm not going to sit here and say that he had anything to do with it. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I mean, there's some pretty questionable things, like mm-hmm. Some mail exchange between him and Epstein. There was one was like, we're not very different from each other. And he draws like a naked woman, and then like pubic hair, he signs his name.
Yeah, that was a part of like some kind of like birthday scrapbook that Ghislaine Maxwell, I believe, was putting together for Jeffrey Epstein at one point in time. And Trump denies that that's what he sent him.
I do not scribble. I'm not a scribbler. Right. Okay.
And I mean, I don't know. It seems... Dude, it's like a poem, and it's real fucking weird. Like,
he uses the word enigma. And then like he goes on the record and said, "I have never used that word, enigma."
But then like there's somebody that was immediately on Twitter pulled up a clip of
about 100 times where he said enigma.
Right, yeah, and it's just like, so I mean, just like the fucking, like the clear cover up is. I don't know. Like, it might be helpful to Trump, just given that the full details will never be official. Like, but also it has absolutely corroded his base. Like you said, so much of MAGA wanted to know about this shit, and like they go back and forth on whether they support the release or they don't support the release. And I mean, right before the election, you had JD Vance on Theo Vaughn's podcast saying, "Yeah, we really need to release all the information we have about that." And you have like what we've talked about before with Dan Bongino and Kash Patel, the FBI director and the deputy director. And I mean, they were all over the podcast scene for the last 5-10 years talking about how we got to get to the bottom of Epstein. But then they get into these positions of powers and they're just like, I guess he killed himself, guys, and there's nothing else to see here. And
it almost makes you feel like there's lobbyists for it,
well,
like in some level.
See, that's the thing. Like there is for sure. Like there is so much influence tied up with Epstein and this whole story. And like I think it's probably honestly a lot darker than anybody's aware of right now. And I mean, what you know about is pretty fucking dark. But yeah, man, it's tough to see how Trump like really bounces back from this. Like, and I mean, to be fair, I guess he doesn't have to. I mean, it's not like he can run again. You know, he's got 3 more years roughly, and then hopefully he's just out of the fucking picture. I'm sure he'll be kind of a shadow player moving forward if he's not too old and still has, you know, his faculties about him. But I mean,
that's another thing that's concerning. Like, I don't want to speak it into existence, but what he's in his later years of presidency, like his last 2, knowing that he's not trying to get another 4 years.
Right. Yep.
What shenanigans are we going to get into and see? What is he going to try to do?
Well, see, like that's the thing with like the Epstein stuff, and that is the one consequence right now is just all the people that Trump supports as far as, you know, Congress members and stuff for this upcoming midterms election. Like, I think there's going to be a lot less enthusiasm with people on the Republican side of things because I think so many voters just feel betrayed at this point by anybody in office. I mean, it's becoming clearer and clearer every single day that you can't trust any of them. And just given that they aren't willing to talk about this whole Epstein situation, it's just like, I think the majority of voters just don't want a part of any of this. Like, they don't want to feel like they've accidentally supported a fucking pedophile. Like, so, I mean, that makes people clam up a little bit, and it should.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's the one thing, like, that I think could be consequential for Trump is if the Republicans just get fucking sloshed in the midterms, I mean, his power as president's going to decline a lot. Because, I mean, they have the majority right now, but is that going to survive for his entire term?
Yeah. I've watched this man for, I don't know what, it's for 8.
I mean, he's been
10
in
years?
Politics for...
He was president for 4.
Yeah, about
a
10
year
years,
before
I
that,
guess.
so that was 5 when I was campaigning.
Right.
And then 4 years with Biden, he was like...
God, it almost feels longer than that. Like,
and then 2, I mean, we're in almost year 2 now. So it's like almost 10 years of this man. And at this point, like, I literally feel like he can just do whatever he wants to do.
Yeah.
I mean, and it doesn't matter what he says or what he does. I mean, he even said himself, I can go out on Main Street and shoot somebody and not get in trouble.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
and there's something to that. And I mean, he has like a cultish hold over his people, like the hardcore Trumpers and stuff like that. I mean, there is something very deep with that connection there. And I mean, like, I get it to some extent because, I mean, he was supposed to be like the outsider. He's not like all the other politicians that you know is fucking you over. But then you found out that, oh, he's just going to fuck you over too. And of course he is. And I mean, I don't know. I'm so disenfranchised on our political system as a whole. It's just like, I don't fucking know who to trust with any of this. Like,
I think all of them go in somewhat with some intention or idea of how they want to run things, and then it's just the bureaucracy, right. The lobbyists, the money, everything just kind of unravels everything you originally wanted to do when you go in. And I feel that's all the time why I mean, even on a small community level, I've never been in a political position to really know or understand, but I feel like it gets a hold of you no matter where you are because of that. And maybe you go in with these intentions. And I hear it so many times. You said you were going to do this, and this didn't happen.
Yeah.
I mean, so many times it's like, so why? The question is why
Well,
did it not happen? Why didn't you get it done? And I guess it just comes down to like how stubborn and how much of a will do you have to carry on your promises?
Well, I mean, I know to some degree, like, just with all the bureaucracy of the government and all the different moving pieces, like, for anybody to do any one thing, so many other things have to perfectly align to get that done. And I think, like, that's a big part about it. Like, you hear people talk about the deep state and stuff like that. And I mean, I think that's probably more so a mechanism that just keeps things at a standstill when you do have politicians that are good, intelligent people that want to do good for the country, and they go in with, like you said, these good intentions and stuff. And I think that's just, I think the goal for the deep state is to just beat these people into submission, make them, too tired to keep fighting against the system until their years are done and they're out of the loop anyway.
Can't fight them, join them.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure there is some element that is working to corrupt these politicians to some degree, whether it's just like, hey, why don't you trade here, or here, and you'll make a lot of money, and this is insider trading, but we won't tell anybody, and all this kind of shit. Like, I don't know, man. It's hard to see how we recover from this, like, with any kind of hope in our government, like, because I don't know anybody that's just like, yes, I trust I trust the government. And I mean, maybe you're not supposed to. Maybe it's healthier this way. But, like, we really got to sort some shit out, man. Like, yeah. And I mean, I don't know. I guess it's not just all the Epstein stuff that has been kind of grinding my gears with the government. I've been reading a lot lately, trying to be smart. And, like, I made it about halfway through RFK's book on Anthony Fauci before I tapped out of that because it was just, I'm not smart enough for that book, or maybe I'm not dumb enough. I don't know, but
you have to drink uncultured milk while you're reading it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Nothing with food dye, but yeah, and just like to see how everything worked out with like COVID and all that stuff, and like I'm not one of the people that think that they put fucking. Like, I think the darkest side of Reddit will tell you that they were putting like these organisms into the vaccine and shooting them into people, and like it was the mark of the beast and shit like that. And I mean, I think we got to slow down a little bit. But I think there was it does expose RFK's book. It does expose a lot of how the pharmaceutical industry like just corrupts the information that comes out, and how they kind of make their studies say what they want them to say. It's just like they'll do like 5,000 studies on something and then pick and choose the ones that they want to represent their point of view and stuff like that. And to see stuff like that, another book I've been reading is Chaos by Tom O'Neill, and it's a lot about like Charles Manson and how the CIA was involved with all that. And it's just like everywhere you look, there is another fucking conspiracy, and like there are threads that you can pull, like tangible threads. Like there are linkage to everything, and at least there's something to all of it. Like I'm not saying every bit of it's 100% true, but there's so much disinformation, like purposefully disseminated to the public that. I mean, what are people supposed to believe? Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You could throw enough, like, I would say you could throw enough BS out there to cover up, like, all the real stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, I think if you add enough noise,
right,
the real ones just kind of get through there.
Well, I mean, I think that's what I personally believe a lot of the UFO stuff is just like, how many people can we make look stupid promoting the idea of UFOs to cover up what is actually going on with UFOs? Like, I mean, in the heat of all the stuff over the last 5 years, I remember the big thing. Like, you had all the drones in New Jersey and all that kind of stuff, whether they were... I still have not been convinced that that's all that was, with just the way they clammed up about that situation. But, like, then occasionally you'll see stuff like in Miami, there was this mall, and I don't know what happened. Apparently there was some kind of chaos that broke out there, but a lot of people tried to say that this, like, shadow being came through a portal, and, like, this was all over my Twitter feed and through Reddit and stuff like that. But, like, there's nothing to it. Like, like there's one video that you can see something that kind of looks strange, but, like, you can't take all that away from this. And I feel like it is kind of a concentrated campaign to get people to talk about these, like, what are they called? Red herrings, where it's just, like, you know, false cases, I guess.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I think there's a lot of shit like that with every aspect of these conspiracies and stuff like that. And, I mean, I think, if anything, that tells me that there is something a little bit to some of them. But, I mean, I don't know. You can never get to the fucking bottom of it, man.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's what we're here for, to get to the bottom of it. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. I guess I do apologize. I haven't been super plugged in over the last month or so. So, I mean, I wish I could bring more interesting things to the table here. But, man, it's just so exhausting trying to fucking make heads and tails of anything with any of this stuff. But, like, I do believe that something's going on with a lot of these aspects. And I mean,
I've seen a lot of, like, whoa, what's that kind of thing.
Right.
But it looks so real that it feels fake, and it just feels like AI at it again.
Yeah, that's another. And
I keep seeing this fucking gorilla everywhere. Do you keep seeing that? Like,
I
just found these campers' beers, bro. I'm wasted.
Right,
It's like I keep seeing a gorilla everywhere.
Yeah, and I mean, we've talked about it plenty, but I mean, AI video generation is getting better and better every single day. We're not gonna know what's real anymore. Like, we won't. Like, anything that looks weird is just gonna be fake.
What's more concerning is, like, we extended, I think, at least 5 years on any type of AI regulation.
I think it was 10 years.
10 years? Okay.
I think that was part of the whole big beautiful bill.
Yeah.
Was 10 years of basically immunity from any kind of regulation for at least select AI companies. And I don't know, man. The future is, yeah, it's not looking super great. But also, maybe I'm just, like, a little too plugged into, you know, people panicking on social media. I don't know. I'll say that much too. Like, maybe I'm just freaked out from people that are freaking out.
So I'll make one point about this, and I'll give you the glass half full version of what you're talking about. This is sort of paraphrasing once again from Neil deGrasse Tyson, but sorry.
Fanboy.
I'm a fanboy. So if we look back early, when there was no gas-powered vehicles, it was all horses, right? There were so many cobbler, and are they called cobblers? People that
make shoes?
No.
Horseshoes?
Horseshoes.
I don't know what those are called.
Equestrian type jobs.
Sure. Yeah.
Sorry for that, being extremely ignorant about shoes. But yeah, so back the Model T was the first car that came, and in literally 10 years, everybody drove. Well, not everybody, but the main part of transportation went from horses to vehicles.
Yeah.
And there were thousands and thousands of people who worked with horses, trained horses, bred horses, who no longer have a job.
Yeah.
So what they did was they became mechanics. They became they worked in the auto industry. They were in assembly lines. They were at gas stations.
Yep.
They built gas stations. So it created new jobs, right?
Yeah. Right.
So, and I think you know kind of where we're going with this, but like Y2K, we all freaked out like when that was coming. There was even a thing I saw. It was a sticker on Best Buy on the front of the Windows tower.
Right.
It was like a Mac, or no, it wasn't a Mac. It was a I don't know. It doesn't matter. On the sticker it said turn off before 12 or 11:50 on 1999. Like it was a sticker on there to turn your computer off before the year 2000 hit. I mean, that was that much panic, and it was nothing. But and then now we fast forward now. There's been other revolutionizing technologies come through, like the cell phone, and yes, those have had some implications, like social media and all this stuff, and addiction to it.
5G melting your brain.
Yeah. Well, see, even back before 5G, they claimed that like it was way worse for you with the antennas, and the flip phones had way worse of those microwaves that were giving people brain tumors and stuff. So I haven't heard anything about 5G doing anything to people, but I'm not plugged into that as much as other people.
Crazy people say so, but
yeah,
I hear it can lower your sperm count.
That's a good thing for me now.
Hey, for what it's worth, horseshoe tradespeople were called farriers.
Thank you for clearing that up. Or a horse cobbler. Or a cobbler horse.
Is that like a peach cobbler, dude?
Maybe.
Horse cobbler.
Horse cobbler.
That's what you do when your horse dies, when you're fording the river.
So, for a long air for my ass to my elbow to tell that, like, AI, here we are at the cusp of this technology. And a lot of it can be used for bad, right? I don't think anybody could have used a Model T for bad, but I mean, look at gasoline, what it's doing to our atmosphere. Right. I mean, some would say that that's even a hoax too.
Think all the chicks you got if you had a Model T at first.
Oh man, you would pull all kinds of poon for that. Hang on, baby, let me crank this thing up.
That's a Model P, you know what I'm saying?
That's a Model P. But yeah, so. That's a Model P, buddy. All right, so we're at the cusp of like AI. It's like we're in the full on of this. So yeah, it's gonna, like, some people might lose their jobs, but it's gonna open up some areas to create jobs as well.
Right.
I mean, and I think we all are scared of what's gonna happen with it and the regulation part of it, because it's a legitimate scare, and we figured it out. We'll figure it out, right? But
yeah, for sure.
I feel so. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe in like 6 months we all die and AI takes over and robots are just like slitting our throats and stuff. But whatever.
Yeah. Well, what can you do about it at that point? Do you want to have your throat slit by the robot, or do you want robot overlords to run the country? I mean, I don't know.
I think I'd rather die on a hill before I let a robot tell me what to do. But
right.
But either way, I on the upside, the positive.
This was the glass half full.
Yeah, it did go dark really quickly.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's why we're here, Brett. So I do think that there is a glimmer of positivity with it. It's already changing industries and companies. I'm at the ground level of a software company that I work for, and this is not a plug or anything, but we use AI every day to just like speed up and save money for companies and make their lives easier. And it makes my life easier just by being able to take out the mundane stuff so I could spend more time on the creative stuff, Right. But, there are legitimate scares to it. But, to conclude, I think that in like 10 years, we're going to look back at this and be like, man, I don't think we needed to be all that afraid of it. Right. But we do need to figure out how to legitimize, like, this is like the Napster days.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like we're trying to figure out how to control what's happening with everything.
But like to that point though, like we lost control of that as
we did.
As musicians and stuff like that go, like, nobody makes money anymore in music unless you're like at the top tier. So I mean, like I don't know if you're going off of that example, like
maybe we ask AI how to fix it.
Yeah, well, somebody's got to have an answer at some point. But all right, I think that's gonna do it for us this week. My doom cup is full; it floweth over, brothers. All right.
Let us know what you want us to talk about.
Yeah, we need some leads. August 30th, one more time. Come see mine and Kelso's band, The Handoff. We're going to be at Stardust Cellars in Wilkesboro with the Ruftons, Stevie Stewart, and the Cattle Mutilators, and Leaving Echoes. It's going to be a great show.
And the cobble horses.
The horse cobblers.
The horse cobblers.
Horse cobblers.
Horse cobblers for everybody. All right. Farewell.
Hello. Earth. Have we met?